I don't know, there is this notion that people have sometimes that if we do not talk about it, it goes a long way in hurting persons, and some persons won't come out to say it. So whenever you see persons coming out to share parts of their life like this, I think it's something that we should really applaud, and then not to shade them, because a lot of times our comments goes a long way in hurting people. Now I am talking about Lily Ogidi, one of our sisters. She's a Nigerian, but she is right now living in Ghana, and she shares about her life in Ghana. And I think it's, if you can check her out, her YouTube channel, I'm going to leave it on the screen so you could check her out. I think she reached out. I never knew her. It was a video I did, and I think the simplicity of this lady is something that we should applaud. She's someone with over 8,000 subscribers, and she could reach out, like, she could watch my videos. I felt like, how would someone who has 8,000 subscribers be willing to watch the videos of someone who has not even started YouTube? Because imagine, we are only on 700 and something, right? And I felt humbled. So whenever she watch me and she leaves a comment, I'm always happy. She might not know, but if you're watching this video, if you would watch this video, Lily, thank you so much for reaching out. It goes a long way in like giving me the morale to keep going. For someone like you to watch me, I am grateful. Thank you so much, right? So Lily happened to have two children, the first from a different father, the second from a Ghanaian father, and they are right now presently in Ghana, like I said, right? It pains me to see a woman with a child or with children alone suffering for the children. Now, how were these children born? We all know, we are all aware, we are matured to know that it takes a man and a woman to be pregnant. It's only our Blessed Mother, the Virgin Mary, that took in by the power of the Holy Spirit, right? It takes a man and a woman to do what? To have a child. Now, why is it now left for the woman to cater for the child or for the children? There are lots and lots of women out there that are struggling to make 13 workouts, that are single-handedly parenting their children. I know this thing always have effects on the child, because the child growing need the mother and the father's love. So when the father's love is not there, or when the mother's love is not there, it has effect on the children when they grow up. Now Lily has this child that the father is really not cooperating. Like, there are some persons that will have these children, even if it was a mistake. Yeah, you were not prepared for the child. I don't think any child is a mistake anyway, but let's say you're not prepared for the child and it just happens, right? You should be man enough, right? You should be man enough to cater for this child, even if you don't really love the woman. You felt you were just having fun. That's what people say. You were just having fun. You're not prepared for this, right? But you can still be man enough to care for your child. This is your child we're talking about. Okay, no, I'm not going to marry you. I'm not going to live together with you. But the child is my own, and we're going to share the expenses. So I'm going to do this so and so once in a while. I'm going to be doing this. This is your child. Let that child grow up knowing that he or she has a father, and not just a father that is somewhere, but a father that cares and understands. Right? We're going to talk about that of the other side, but now we're talking about this because of Lily's now. Do you know that when a woman has a child, maybe a child that there's no father, or maybe a child out of wedlock, do you know that the society is so hard on them that some persons resort to suicide? A lot of persons have done that because of this our mouth. Yeah, we look at persons like this, and the funniest thing is even women that start this nonsense. Ah no, she no get husband though. She just a waka they do life. Because she has a child that's out of wedlock. Now you conclude that she's a wayward person. There are lots of persons, like, okay, let's say in 100%, let's say 50% of the women you see with a child out of wedlock, most of these women are women that were just deceived by some men. Most of these women are not as bad as we think they are. You get the point? There are lots and lots of girls that get pregnant and abort it. right? You won't even know they are pregnant. So those ones, you say they are good, but do you know what they do behind? Now, because this one is out, we feel they are bad, they are wayward, that's why they are like that. A lot of times, it's not like this. That's why sometimes when you listen to their story, you have a one-on-one with them, you see that sometimes we are being so hard on these women, we are being so hard on these ladies. And the society, of course, is not fair to them. Now, you're talking about the lady. Did she put in that into herself? There is a man that did that with her. Now, where is the man? You see, the society is so hard on women that, I don't know, it's not just today. I think it's from a long time. You see the issue of the woman caught in adultery. Till today, we don't know who the man is. If she was caught in adultery, she was doing that with the man. So where is the man? So these are the questions that come to mind. The woman is always the one that gets the backlash. The woman is always the one that is at fault. The woman is always the one that is wayward. Now, what about the man? We always do not think about this. No, it's not the issue of being biased here, sweetheart. We're just talking about what is happening in the society, right? And it's also quite unfortunate that we women are the ones that destroy ourselves. Yes, we are the ones that use our mouth to begin to destroy the reputation of the other person, and it's quite unfortunate, I tell you this, because you don't know how that person go to sleep at night after you might have told her whatever it is you have in mind to say to her. And most of the times we do these things without thinking that if we ourselves not the victim, tomorrow it might be our children. Because life, you see, life, that's also the irony of life. Life is just life is not straight. What you point at someone might be pointing at you tomorrow. There are ways we should go, like what Lily was saying. She's going to take go to the child welfare, and then they're going to make it like forcing the guy to do what he should do, like what you know you should do as a father. You want someone to come and force you to do it. Is this okay? Is this okay? And I heard her saying that he has another woman already. At least you have a woman, you should let your woman know that you have a child. No, I have a child. And she also said it was his first child, right? No, I have a daughter, right? So if you're gonna stay with me, you should know that I have a child somewhere that I have to care for. Even though I'm not going to live with the mother, but I have a child. And that child is my own. I'm going to take responsibility. And who knows, maybe this guy might have told the lady that he has a child. And the lady is the one stopping him from being a responsible father. Yes, there are lots like that we've seen. That's why I say women, we are not helping ourselves when it comes to things like this. Yeah, it was a mistake he made. He felt okay, he's not ready to be with her, but that child is his child. What fault is that child having? What is the fault of the child? That the child will not be cared for. So these are the questions that runs in mind. And even if the guy told the lady that he has a child, and then the lady told him not to care for the child, and he agreed, then something is wrong with him as well. Because if you are man enough, you should know your responsibility. You should know what you can take. You should know what you cannot take. You shouldn't just be someone that somebody will push you here and say, go and do something that is wrong, and then you go and do it, you say it's love. What kind of love is that? It's stupidity. So this issue has been, I think it's something that is rampant here. It's just Africans, there's a lot. You see a lot of mothers suffering under the rain, under the sun, to care for their children. Children they have with a man. Or a child they have with a man. Because the man have refused to be a responsible father. The man have refused to be a responsible man. This is what increase crime rate in the society. Because there's no way the woman alone will cater for every need that the child has. There is something that the father needs to, the gap of the father, the woman cannot fill it all. The mother cannot fill it all. Because God was not stupid to make procreation in the sense that it has to be a man and a woman. He knows that the man has a play in the life of a child, the woman has a play in the life of a child. So when a gap is not filled, it's going to affect these children. And I see them growing up, a lot of crime rates in the society, a lot of things that is not supposed to happen in the society because of all this issue. Now, why will you be forced? I keep saying, why will you allow yourself to be forced to take care of your own child? right? Because if she goes to the social welfare, I think what I said to her was that she still sits with this guy and let the guy know that this is the action she's going to take. So that whenever it happens, he knows that she had already told him this is what she's going to do, right? Because I don't see the reason why you want someone, the society to come, the law to force you to cater for your children, the law to force you to take up your responsibility. Some African men run away from their responsibility because if it were in the Western world, I think by now I don't think Lily will be struggling and going to talk to him, or like it's as if she's begging him to come and take up his responsibility. If it were in the Western world, they would have dealt it with him a long time ago. And I think also we also have those measures here, right? Now, why do you think men feel okay, it's okay to get a woman pregnant and then deny that some men even deny that the child is not their own until a DNA is brought. Some would tell you, I'm not the only one you're going out with. There are other women you're also moving around with. Right? So you know she's moving around with other women and you going. You feel you want to eat and run away. Chop and clean mouth. Because now it's time for you to be a man. You run away, say no, it's not my child. But when the child grows up, when the child becomes somebody, you start running after that child and say you are my child. When you're supposed to be there in the life of that child as a father, where were you? You were nowhere to be found. I don't think that is a good propagation. I don't think that is a good name we are giving to ourselves as men in the society. I think sometimes we should talk to ourselves also as men. Like I said, most of the times we all have faults, right? We all contributed in some of these things that happens. But when it's time to talk to ourselves, let's be man enough to accept our fault. Let's be woman enough to accept our fault, and then look for a solution. Look for a way to make things work for the better, so that I think our societies will be good. Our family, when the family is stable, when the family is okay, the society will feel the impact. And when the society feels that impact, it's going to be stable. When the society is stable, the country is stable, the continent is stable, Africa will be better, right? But when the family is hurt, the family is scattered, there is no love, there is no unity, there is no care, it's going to show in the society, and it's going to show in the continent, in the country and the continent at large. So all this thing begins from the family. And that is why it's also said that the family is the local church, right? So however the family is, that is how the society is going to be. It is the way the family is that the society will be. When the family is peaceful and is prospering, the society will be also peaceful and will grow. And it's going to have effects in the continent and the neighboring countries, right? So this thing begins from the family. Let's try our best to put our families together. Let's try our best to be responsible as parents. We try our best to be responsible as a man. Okay, you made a mistake, it's a mistake, but the child has no fault. That child is your child also. You are not in love with the woman. It was a mistake. There's no problem. But care for that child. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Until then, love yourself, love others. Stay safe, stay positive. Leave your comment there at the section. Let this be interactive. Bye for now.